Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So I'm back once again with another Pickacard reading. This Pickacard reading will be all about messages from Ganesha. Now Ganesha is a Hindu deity, a Hindu god, who is the remover of obstacles. He is the son of Shiva and Parvati. And Ganesha, he signifies wisdom, intellect, strength, love, understanding. You know, when one wants to embark on something new, it is very helpful to chant Ganesh mantras. There's one in particular which is Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, and this mantra, if you chant this before you begin something new, the idea is that Ganesh will remove any obstacles that may come up in your path as you embark on this new endeavor of yours. So it's very beneficial to pray to Lord Ganesh, to meditate on Lord Ganesh, and to connect with his energy. Because effectively, all of these deities are really just a reflection of ourselves. So, for example, when you meditate on any deity, you can look in the mirror and see them in the mirror. So see them as yourself. You can see yourself morphing into them. And as you do this, this helps you to connect deeper with the energy of this deity, of this god. And as a result of this, you will find yourself tuning into any messages and guidance that they may have for you. Alright, so in this reading, I'll just be channeling some messages, things that you need to hear for your highest good. The topic will also relate to obstacles because, of course, Ganesh is the remover of obstacles. So let's take a look at what's happening. We have 4 groups. Group number 1 with the ONYX crystal. Group number 2 with the CITRINE crystal. Group number 3, hope you can see this, it's an ORGONITE crystal. And for group number 4, we have a SMOKY QUARTZ crystal. Okay, so at this point, if you want, you can pause the video, meditate on each crystal or group, but try not to overthink. Just go with your first instinct. Trust yourself and trust that you will receive the messages that are meant for you. Alright then, so choose your group and I will see you when I get to your video. Bye. Hello group number 1, welcome to your reading. Now let's dive straight into this. One of the obstacles that needs to be removed is self-limiting beliefs, thinking too small and playing it safe. Your vision is very big. Your dreams feel very, it feels like you want things, you want to make a really great life for yourself. You have big dreams, big goals, and perhaps many people have told you that these are unrealistic or unattainable, but these were just projections. Continue to think big, continue to look out at the horizon and dream about and visualize the kind of life that you want, because you are the creator. Keep moving forward, keep persevering, because eventually you will get to that 10 of cups. You are walking towards that 10 of cups. Right now you are walking up the mountain, taking slow, steady steps towards your destination. Therefore, it's very important that you hold your vision and stay away from any energies that try to put you down and make you feel as though your dreams are unrealistic or foolish. Because when you surround yourself with these kind of people who have self-limiting beliefs about what they themselves can achieve, this begins to affect you. And it almost begins to pollute your energy field. And then you begin to question yourself and wonder if your dreams are silly or unrealistic, but they're not. See this as a test. see this as an opportunity to really believe in yourself and keep moving forward. It's like the universe is asking you how badly you really want this, if you really do want this. And I know you do, I can feel it. This is time to take action. It's time to move forward fearlessly towards that which you are visualizing and wanting to bring into your physical reality. Speak your truth. Speak up. Be bold. Don't be afraid to stand out from the crowd. Don't be afraid to do things differently. You're not here to follow what everyone else is doing. You are here to really dance to the beat of your own drum and create something completely new, something that hasn't been done before, something that hasn't been seen before. And all of these tests, all of these things that are happening, these curveballs that are coming in your path, don't let these deter you, because you have the strength to deal with these projections. If you look at this Gaia card, this serves as a reminder that everything is a manifestation of the creator's imagination, and you are the creator. So this is all your own creation. You've orchestrated this. Therefore, you know how the story ends, and you do have the ability to move through these various cycles. But the really important thing is to keep moving forward. Things have been a bit stagnant lately. You've been questioning yourself. You've been wondering if you're going in the right direction, if maybe those people are right about what they were saying. But this is not the case. It's very important to keep moving forward. If you've been feeling very tired, a bit like you're lacking motivation, do things to get the heart pumping. Exercise, do yoga, do some pranayama, go for a walk, do some jogging, anything. But it's very important that you keep that life force energy flowing through your body, because the more energy you have, the more you will be able to direct this energy towards these things that you're wanting to manifest. There's a golden opportunity that is on its way to you, but this is coming in the form of words. So this could be something that someone says to you, some kind of contract, something you'll be signing, something to do with a conversation that takes place. But it pertains to the element of swords, which is air. This could also be a conversation that happens with you in air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or someone who has these placements very strong in their chart. But ultimately, this is going to change everything. This is going to change your perception of yourself, of your situation, and it's going to give you this much needed confidence boost. It's going to infuse, it's going to kind of give you like this jolt of energy. So it's like, as you get this Ace of Wands, you turn into the Knight of Swords, who goes charging forward, who goes taking action, and begins to just ride these waves in a very courageous manner. Excuse me. You may also be leaving something or someone behind. Family, a set of beliefs, something that means a lot to you. You're having to turn your back on this and go your own way. This may feel like a betrayal. This may feel very confusing. But I can see you are very much having to venture out on your own at this time, because you are a pioneer. You are destined to be that that person who really stands out from the crowd and creates something new and becomes a leader in a sense, someone that other people are looking up to. And this is because you do have the ability to really keep moving forward, to withstand a lot of difficult situations and to move through the chaos, to transmute energy whilst remaining optimistic, positive, graceful. So the message for you from Ganesh is to really keep moving forward, to keep believing in yourself, to keep persevering, and to remind yourself why you are doing what you're doing. Okay, group number 1, I'm going to leave this here. I hope these messages have been helpful. Give a thumbs up if you feel guided to, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Hello group number 2, welcome to your reading. So I can see you have been doing, and you are doing, a lot of healing. There's a lot going on, there's a lot of, and this may be in dream state, so you could be doing this consciously or unconsciously. But there's a lot of shadow work taking place, a lot of healing that is happening with the family line. This may feel very confusing, very chaotic, very, depressing, and it's almost like you are trapped in this whirlwind, this abyss where you're just spiraling down. And you're wondering when this is going to end, when the storm will calm and settle. The message I have for you is to surrender to the storm. Be the observer. Just take a look at what's happening around you. And be the witness. Rather than attaching too much to the stories that your mind is creating at the moment, just observe them. It's almost like you are fighting yourself. With the Five of Wands, there's this internal battle taking place. But this stems from the confusion that you're feeling. There's heavy root chakra energy as well. So this pertains to things of the physical realm. This is money, this is career. This is, just your physical reality. It's like it's spiraling and things are kind of spinning out of control. But you have to let everything crumble. Because as these things fall away, you are returning to this state of wholeness. And ultimately, you are going to remember that you don't need any of these things to feel whole and complete, to feel worthy. You don't need a partnership. You don't need a particular relationship. There's no person here who completes you. You are already whole and complete on your own. So really all of this, fogginess, this confusion, you really just have to surrender, because the ebb and flow of life is very sacred, it's very divine, and it has its purpose. The high moments teach us something, and so do the low moments. And we can't have one without the other. The same way we can't have life without death, they both do this beautiful dance. And this is what is happening with the ebb and flow of life. All of this anger that you are feeling, this anger from childhood, this anger towards parents and certain family members, this is just hurting you. You're only hurting yourself by being so angry towards them and towards these situations. But this is something that does need to play out. You only need to remember to be the witness and not become too attached to these stories of who you think you are and who you have been or what you have experienced. This is not who you are at your core essence. These are just stories that the soul has created and chosen to participate in this human experience. It's time to heal. It's time to let yourself feel and fall into a deep state of meditation. And as you do this, as you let these relationships that don't serve you fall away and just melt into silence, you begin to realize exactly what is important, what truly matters. You also begin to see who is really there for you, who truly cares about you. You know, there's this friendship of convenience that I'm picking up on, some kind of relationship with someone, and it's very much about what they can get from you. And it's it feels very clingy and codependent. And this is kind of adding to this chaos, all of this confusion and anger and rage. I feel like you're someone who struggles to say no, or this has been the case in the past. And it's like right now, you're beginning to really realize how you have contributed to the events that have unfolded in your life and what needs to be done in order to create a new story and prevent these cycles from playing out again and again. You are stepping into this new portal, this gateway, where you can come into a new timeline. A timeline where you can be okay by yourself and feel whole and complete by yourself. But this requires a lot of determination, a lot of willpower, a lot of strength and courage, a lot of surrender and flow. Remove the attachments. And don't be afraid to walk alone. Don't be afraid to stand in the eye of the storm. To face yourself. To really go deep within and let the fog clear. Perhaps you've been afraid to let this fog clear, because once it clears and once this chaos does calm down, it will just be you and yourself. And then you have to see everything and feel everything. And this feels like something you've been resisting for some reason. But ultimately, you are enough, you are whole, you are already complete. This relationship doesn't complete you. And just know that everything is falling apart for a reason. Everything has fallen apart for a reason. This is because there is this new gateway, this new opening that is revealing itself. And you can't see this, or you wasn't able to see this while you were focusing on all of these other people and all of these other things. But as everything kind of, it's like this storm came along and threw everything in the air. And then what happened was everything got rearranged. But as everything got rearranged, you was able to see things from a new perspective, to see how much space there is, to see how much space there is to create and to expand and to truly be yourself. But when you're fighting with other people, when you're fighting with yourself, your energy is occupied on that, as opposed to focusing on this new gateway that is calling you. Don't be afraid to step into the unknown. just really ground yourself in your body. And tune into your heart. Really feel into the messages that your heart wants to relay to you at this time. And just let everything flow. Just relinquish control and let the universe lead the way. Okay, so that's what I have for you, group number 2. I hope these messages have been helpful. Give a thumbs up if you feel guided to. Subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Hello, group number 3. So if you chose ORGONITE, this is the group for you. Now, let me start off by saying you are very blessed. Group number 3, I can feel the love really emanating from this spread. I feel very connected to your energy. Your heart is very open. You are full of love. You love to dance. You love to enjoy life, embrace life. And you really are dancing to the beat of your own beloved drum. And as people watch you do this, they're just so in awe at your beauty. But it's not, it's deeper than your physical beauty. It's like your soul is very beautiful, very magnetic, and a lot of love is just coming out from your aura. It's very beautiful, because as soon as I turned these cards around, I just couldn't stop smiling. And you know, you're probably someone who people love to be around. Your energy is very electric. You are probably very connected to nature, very in tune with nature. You like to go out for walks, very connected to the moon, very in tune with your divine feminine side, which is very nice. You know how to work with and balance the yin and yang energies within you, and you are receiving a lot of divine support right now, even if it doesn't feel that way all the time. You know, there may be some difficulties in the material plane when it comes to getting your physical needs met. You know, when I say that, I'm kind of referring to money and things that pertain to the third dimensional plane. But everything has a way of kind of working itself out, even if it's at the last minute. And this is because there is that divine protection. And this may be coming in from deceased loved ones, guides, angels, or just friends, you know. Could also be family members. Now, there is something else I do need to get into though. As much as the energy is very, you know, the vibration is very divine in this reading, you are okay, there's something that you don't want to see, something you don't want to admit to yourself. There's something, and it relates to a person or a situation or something within yourself that you're not letting yourself see. It's like you can see it, but you don't want to believe it. You're just pretending you can't see it, or you don't want to admit this thing for some reason. With the King of Cups next to it, this could relate to the element, this relates to the element of water. So this is to do with your emotions, your sacral chakra. The vibe I'm getting from you is that it's like deep down, you don't think you deserve to be happy. Now, this may be something that's playing out at the unconscious level. I don't think you realize what you're doing. It's because it's like beneath all of this joy and happiness and you know, but beneath your joyful nature, there's someone who doesn't think they deserve to be happy. It's like you are not letting love in. It's like this is you, because if you see her body language, her arms are crossed and she's very to herself, arms are crossed, legs are crossed. It's a very protective stance that she's taking here. And if you see where her arms are, she's guarding her heart, basically. And I just saw 444 on my camera, so maybe you've been seeing a lot of you know, numbers, matching numbers, 444, 555, 1010, things like that. But anyway, so you know, it's like you are closed off from your emotions to an extent. And with the Lovers card, this does relate to romantic relationships. It's like there's all this joy in your life. You are receiving a lot of the things that you wanted, a lot of your manifestations are beginning to come true, but you won't, it's like you are not trusting yourself. It seems like you don't trust your heart. Perhaps there's been some kind of heartbreak in the past, or some betrayal, something that happened, and it led you to wonder if you could really rely on your gut, your intuition. Perhaps somebody kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Someone tricked you somehow or betrayed your trust, and this became a deep wound that made you question yourself and your ability to really read people's energy well. Because you do want this kind of, I feel like you do want some kind of divine partnership or some kind of really intimate, close friendship or something like that. But there's a part of you that's very closed off to this, that won't allow it to unfold. It's like with this King of Cups here, it's like, okay, because look, the King of Cups is emotional intelligence. King of Cups, he doesn't drown in his emotions and feelings. He's the witness of them, but simultaneously he doesn't repress them. So he's very aware of what's going on, but he is neutral and very much mature. You know, he's very mature about his emotions and is able to really tune into them well. And as a result of this, he can, you know, have these kind of heart-opening conversations with others without shying away from them. So the point is, you are aware of what you're feeling and what you want and what needs to change, but there's a resistance to this because there's a lot of lunar energy in this reading. So you're very in tune with your emotions. You're very in tune with your intuition. Okay, but you know, there is, oops, although I did accidentally say in tune with your emotions, but that may be the case as well. You are in tune with your emotions, but you just choose not to. It's like you choose not to completely feel them in their entirety, but they are there. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense. But see, the energy just suddenly got very confusing. So I can see that the area of emotions and feelings and truly expressing yourself in that way may feel kind of foreign to you. It may feel, it's like foreign territory or something. I don't know. Something about that is coming in, but things suddenly got very confusing. But anyway, So to wrap this up, group number 3, don't be afraid to feel. Don't be afraid to really dive into your heart space and have these heart-centered connections with other people. These people are mirrors to you. They are, you know what actually wanted to come out just now was the words, they are all your divine counterpart, is the message that wanted to come out. And let me just expand on that, because when it comes to divine counterpart, it isn't really about the person, it's the energy. And everyone that we come across, they are reflecting things back to us. They are our own self. So we are seeing ourselves in all of these people, different aspects of ourselves. So really, everyone is a piece of that divinity, and everyone is going to be, having certain traits of your divine counterpart, if you get what I'm saying. So the point is, this love is not restricted to one person. Love is not possession, it just is. It's just this flowing, this never-ending flow of consciousness and sacred energy. And the reason that I'm saying this to you, the reason that I feel guided to say this to you, is the idea of perhaps, it just seems like there's this fear regarding love that's coming in. And the message I just want to say to you is that if you just see love as just this flow, this flowing, this flowering, and if you continue to just be love and exude that energy, everything will just naturally flow in its own way. And this fear that you're feeling will naturally melt away, because there'll just be this synergy, this merging and melting that's happening. And then the pressure will just fall, because you'll just simply be allowing, you'll be flexible, you'll just be trusting and flowing, and this love will be an extension of nature and just the trees that you see and the plants and the birds singing and everything just collapsing into one. Because if you look at these two lovers here, they're just in their own mystical world. And this is not even two physical people, because beneath the surface, this is you and yourself. You merging with your own self, dancing with yourself, because everything is this one self. And as you open your heart and open your mind to really seeing that oneness in everything and everyone, you begin to open your heart a bit more, and you begin to soften and surrender and trust yourself, because everyone is not the same. You do deserve to be happy, and everything is coming, everything is unfolding. Just allow and just trust. Okay, I'm going to leave this here. Group number 3, I hope these messages have been helpful. Give a thumbs up if you feel guided to. Subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Hello, group number 4. Welcome to your reading. Now, there was a message that just came to me, and it said, why do you keep going back to them? And before that, I was picking up on this energy of codependency and being afraid to choose yourself. feeling as though you have to put others ahead of you, and that you need to constantly put yourself last and put others ahead of you. Perhaps you are the oldest child, or you just grew up looking after your siblings, or you was a parent to your parents, something like that. But there's this energy of having responsibility, a lot of responsibility at a young age, and this being a pattern that followed you and led to being in relationships with people who you were kind of mothering and doing a lot for them, and just attracting people who either needed a lot of help, people you wanted to save, something along these lines is what's coming in. And the message is, don't be afraid to choose yourself. This is a time of deep reflection, a time to rebuild, a time to step into your power and think about what you really want. Because there is something that isn't working, something that hasn't been working for a long time, but you are stepping into this new phase where you are being reborn and rising up to meet your higher self. And this does feel very divine, very, you know, just very divinely guided and deeply healing and transformative. It's like you're going to be morphing into someone that you don't recognize, morphing into this Queen of Wands energy, someone who is in charge of their life, who knows what they want, who is very, passionate, who is pouring a lot of love and energy into their creative endeavors, into their career and what it is they're wanting to build. And this is due to truly loving one's self. When I look at this Two of Cups, I see this as you coming into union with yourself. So choosing yourself, kind of, it's like having a divine partnership with your own self. And this being your rebirth, and this enabling you to step into your power and all of this fiery energy. I get the sense that there is a lot that you want to create, a lot that you've been dreaming about and planning and wanting to bring to fruition. But there was a bit of resistance. There was this indecisive energy kind of lurking in the background, wondering if you truly had the confidence to move forward with this, wondering if you were worthy of this. But of course you are. But it's really that time to make the decision, to decide what timeline you want to dive into. Do you want to choose yourself? Do you want to have this new beginning where there's effortless flow and lots of creativity and love? Because we have reflection and the number 4, and decision 31. 3 plus 1 is 4. So the energy of number 4 is very strong in this reading. Number 4 also relates to the 4th house in astrology, which is the house of Cancer. Therefore, this house is all about the mother, home, what makes you feel comfortable. So you are really coming home to yourself. And as you come home to yourself and figure out where you truly feel at home, what makes you feel at home within your own body and at home on this earth, this will enable you to really build this sturdy foundation within your own self. And this will allow you to build something on that, something that will last and that will really stand the test of time. Because you do have the power. But there's a need for everything to kind of crumble. Things have to melt away. But this more feels like certain behavior patterns as opposed to things in the physical plane melting away and crumbling. So this is really shedding old skin and killing your old self so that you can be reborn and step into this Queen of Wands energy. Because you're clinging on to these old stories, to this old version of yourself that no longer exists. You know, it may have felt comfortable there, playing into that story of being who you once were. But it's time to venture out into the great unknown now. To go down this path that will lead you to paradise. It really does feel like you are really ascending into a whole new timeline. But this time period is all about building, rebuilding, structure, stability. This energy feels very Saturnian. I wonder if you are going through your Saturn return or having some kind of significant Saturn transit. This could be Saturn transiting, or perhaps Saturn is in your 5th house. There's just some 5th house energy coming in. Also 11th house energy is coming in, which is the house of groups, network circles, games. So your creative endeavors, your creativity, your hobbies, this is very much linked to your gains and network circles, groups. So really tap into that creativity. Feed that creativity. Feed your inner fire. Keep creating. Keep speaking up, speaking out, and expressing yourself. Because the more you do this, the more energy you'll have, the more ideas you get, the more network circles you're going to connect with. This will also help you to connect with your soul tribe and people who will pour into your cup as you're pouring into your own cup. They are also pouring into their own cup. It's just this pouring that's happening, but it's very much a back and forth thing. It's not one-sided, it's equal. So as you create balance in your own life, you will also find balance in other areas of your reality. You will begin to see everything balance out and everything come together in the way that it's supposed to, in the way that it's destined to. And this is all as a result of you seeing your reflection everywhere. Your reflection in the moon, in nature, in your relationships. Everything around you just begins to show you who you are, show you what needs to change and where you need to direct your energy and your attention. It's very crucial that you pay attention to the signs that the universe is sending you right now. This can be in the form of music, movies, a conversation you overhear someone having with someone else. Really pay attention at this time. Your universe is showing you a lot of very important things that are going to help you to really grow and morph into this divine being who feels very empowered. And, you know, once you build from this stable, grounded place, you know, what you can do will just be limitless. The possibilities will be endless. And you will be that boss, just sitting on their throne as everything comes into you naturally, organically. But it all comes down to this decision. It's time to choose what path you're going to take. Are you going to take the new beginning? Are you going to stay in the past? But ultimately the choice is always yours. But there is a new beginning waiting for you. There is a lot of powerful energy surrounding you at this time. Lean into this, embrace this. Tune into the elements and let the planets guide you. Okay, group number 4, this is what I have for you. I'm going to leave the video here. Thank you for watching. I hope these messages have resonated. Give a thumbs up if you feel guided to. Subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.